Hello everyone, it's Gladius. So we got a big news drop when it came to what's coming in Phase 4. It's official, it has a launch date, July 11th is when we can expect to actually walk into Phase 4. Now along with Phase 4 comes a ton of changes, not only to leveling, but to max level, to how that gear progression is going to go, and also the gear that's just flat out available to us at max as well. A lot of the items received a rework and also professions, complete rework, and there's big system adjustments as well, like we're now going to have a 2-time raid reset on both Tuesdays and Saturdays for North America, for example. So first of all, if you're looking to catch up and jump into the action for leveling, we're going to have 150% increase experience gained all the way up to level 49. This is a huge catch-up time for anybody that's wanting to jump into Season of Discovery. Now, it seems that that is going to launch with Phase 4. They didn't mention anything about an early launch of that. At least I didn't hear anything. Also, 50 to 59 is also going to have a 50% increase experience gain as well. They mentioned they don't want to trivialize the 50 to 60 journey. They want to make sure that you're able to really enjoy that experience and not rush straight through all of that content. So I guess they learned a lot from Phase 3 in that regard. Another thing in regards to leveling is that Nightmare Incursions have been readjusted to be daily quest hubs. So you're only going to be able to repeat these quests once per day. It's going to be a quick burst of experience, and then you're going to be able to move on from doing that content and not be stuck on just a hamster wheel of doing that content over and over again. This is going to encourage us to go back out into the world, experience those quests and the story that goes from 50 to 60. Now, not only does that all happen, but we're also going to be getting a new currency as well, starting at level 55. If you're really power-minded, you might want to be rushing to level 55 because once per day you can get this new currency. This is going to be end-game currency that we're going to be able to use to be able to buy a variety of materials, a bunch of different items. They haven't released quite all of them. Actually, there's going to be some player power here just by the way they described it. Of course, if you have been watching any PTR content, we do have a bunch of new runes to go and find. There is going to be ring runes that they are class agnostic and they're just meant to increase weapon skill and things of that nature. There are improved profession recipes you can get from Argent Dawn, Thorium Brotherhood, Hydraxian Waterlords, and also the Timbermaw Hold. So this is going to give us a lot of additional stuff to do. In addition to not only doing the raid, we're going to be able to farm these reputations in a variety of ways, including a new world event called the Black Rock Eruption. So the way they describe this is that it's going to occur every 2 hours. The creatures are going to spawn. There's going to be some daily quests, and also you're going to get a lot more honor by doing this. This is another place to gain honor in addition to a previous event that's going to be carrying over into this Phase 4 as well, is the Blood Moon event, but there's not going to be player power added to the Blood Moon event directly, but your honor gains are going to be increased by reducing how much the accommodations cost. 25 copper is going to be the new price for these, meaning that we can farm out honor pretty quickly, pretty fast if we're making use of these world events on cooldown. So we should have a decent population of players coming into these events, and it won't ever feel like a ghost town just because it seems like they're going to make sure these rewards are going to be lucrative. So players are going to want to do these events between their BG queues. Of course, at level 60, we're going to have the full gambit of all of the honor rewards and items that we can farm out. So at this point, having variety, of course, is going to really help with that. Now, if we're talking about raids, again, raids are going to reset twice a week. You're going to see them reset both on Tuesdays and Saturdays if you're in North America. If we talk about just Onyxia and World and Molten Core, they're both going to be scaled to be completed with 20 players. But you can take up to 40 players into the raid if you're just interested in clearing the raid and you're not concerned about the difficulty. Now, you will have to share that loot with 40 players, but that gives you an easy way to clear it. There's going to be a difficulty slider when it comes to Molten Core. You're going to have a couple other heat levels, which are going to increase the difficulty of the bosses in there. This does not come with more of a quality of loot reward. This is going to come more with a quantity loot reward. So that means you're going to get more items off of the bosses. I'll be interested to see how this plays out. I think a lot of guilds are probably going to try to do the high heat level and then also take only 20 players in there just to make sure that they're getting the maximum amount of loot out of the raid. And it is nice that they're not going to be locking that more powerful item behind a higher difficulty. It's just like they said in the video, it is kind of against the spirit of Season of Discovery and how we've come to expect this all to play out. Oh, how could I forget? There is one additional brand new thing. I was really excited to hear this. There is a brand new dungeon that we're going to have to go out and discover. So finally, we're getting this kind of new content plus, new classic plus style, brand new thing that hasn't been in the game before. It was really exciting to hear. And it shows maybe a hint to the future that they might be interested in putting in brand new content that's never been in the game before. They mentioned 11 bosses for Molten Core. So there was one additional boss that's going to be put in there in addition to the classic 10 that we're used to fighting. So we'll have to discover what the 11th boss is and also what this mysterious new dungeon is as well. All right, everyone, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you going to be participating in SOD or are you just going to be waiting for the War Within to come out? This kind of revived me a little bit when it comes to SOD. I'm really looking forward to the War Within. But hey, I definitely will be coming back to check out SOD in the weeks leading up to it at the very least. Let me know in the comment section below, did they get everything you wanted in the Phase 4 content coming up? If the video did help you out today, please strike that like button. If you want to stay tuned for more WoW content in the future, please bash the subscribe. I appreciate your time and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.